Enhancing tiny details on tiny creatures is our topic on Luminar Coffee Break. Let's see what we can accomplish in 10 minutes or less, starting now. Hello, everyone. Hello, Leonard. Glad you could join us. All right, so we have this tiny creature, and what we want to do is enhance it. Now, there are several ways we can do this to where we can add extra, there we go. There are several ways we can do this. I'm going to start with just enhancing the overall image itself, and that we're going to rely on Accent AI. Look at this. That one tool improves color, detail, tone, and depth. And look, it's already making the image look sharper. So that's our first area is we're going to enhance the areas around it. Now let's dive a little bit deeper, and we're going to click on details. Now with details, I have small, medium, large we could work with. I'm going to start with medium details, and I want to enhance it or bring it up quite a bit. And then I'll attack small details, and then large. Now I'm noticing when I do this, right here, notice this, it turns into like an arrowhead. For whatever reason, I find it best that it works for me. So we have that set here, and let's see what that does. Before and after. And the only way to really see what's happening is you need to zoom into at least 100%. So here we are. Let's give it a second to render. So here's before. And look at that. After, it's definitely increasing it, but I know we can do a little bit more. So let's bump up the medium details, or the small details, just a little bit more. Ooh, that's looking really good. Now, if the background starts to get distorted or starts to get pixelated, let's come over here to structure. And instead of applying a positive structure, so here's a positive structure, and notice everything looks way over sharpened or way over structured. So I want to do a little negative, but I just want that to affect the background. And I want the caterpillar and the silkweed here not to be affected. So I'm going to click on the mask icon, and I have a choice. I can either paint in the effect or erase the effect. So I want to paint in the effect, but only in the background areas here. And notice the red that's highlighting is showing me where that structure that we just applied will appear on the image. And it doesn't have to be 100% accurate. I just want to get around these areas here. And that actually looks pretty good. Down here maybe is good. And I can come right over here. There we go. And let's enhance this a little bit more. There we have it. All right, so let's see what the effect structure just did. I want to zoom into 100% again. And I'm going to move it over here because this is the area that I'm really concerned with because I don't want that to be sharp. So I'm going to turn it on and off. Here's before. And here's after. Notice how, I'm not quite sure if you can see it, but this here got a little smoother. Now I'm going to come over here again. And what I want to do is come over to my mask. And I want to copy that mask. Good. And then let's come down here to denoise. And I'm going to apply a generous amount of luminosity denoise and color noise denoise. And in doing that, I don't want it to affect the caterpillar. I just want it to affect the background. And right now this is looking great. But if I come over here to the brush or to the mask and just paste that last mask that we just created, watch this, then denoise is only going to affect the area that's in red. There we go. All right, so overall, let's check this out. Before, which still looks very good, and after, look how it just brings it out even more. And again, the best way to look at how much sharpening you're doing is to zoom in to 100%. And here we are. We'll give it a second to render. Here it goes. And there it is. Look at that. Once again, before and after. Great. So, guys, that was a real simple tutorial. If you find yourself getting into a situation like this where you really want to enhance and get the tiny details done, check out the details that we just did. Also check out structure, but most importantly, make sure that the background and the overall image itself is properly exposed and it looks good. And by doing that, then the focus on the tiny details of the little creature is going to look even better. All right? Well, guys, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and we'll try to stick around to answer them. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you at the next coffee break.